Finding loving homes for thousands of children in foster care, that is the goal of our in-depth coverage tonight. May is National Foster Care Awareness Month, and CBS 6 is partnering with JFS Connecting Hearts to emphasize the need for more foster and adoptive families. Our Julie Bragg is field anchoring our coverage live from Chesterfield tonight. Julie, good evening.
Good evening, Bill. I am at the Fresh Start Fountain House here in Chesterfield. I'm in the living room. It's beautiful. It's just one of the group homes that are part of this program offered by Intercept Health. It focuses on behavioral, emotional, and developmental needs of children who are in the foster care system with ages ranging from 5 to 17 years old, with the ultimate goal of getting them in a stable home with a family that's able to care for them. Governor Glenn Youngkin declared May Foster Care Month here in Virginia, and today, to mark the occasion, he signed 2 bills designed to help foster families and children who have aged out of the system. Our Cameron Thompson breaks down the new laws.
With the stroke of a pen, Governor Glenn Youngkin ceremoniously signs 2 pieces of legislation to improve Virginia's foster care system and support those in it. The governor is also promising more changes in the future.
Children are the hope. They are the hope.
The signings applauded by advocates, foster families, and former fosters themselves, like 18-year-old Alyssa Williams, who was first in the foster system at a young age.
In the beginning, it was very hard, especially as a kid. Our voices aren't really heard.
She re-entered as a 15-year-old, and while never getting adopted, she says she was placed with 2 amazing foster families she's still in touch with. She called on those in power to do more to reform the system, as Virginia is among the worst in the U.S. when it comes to kids aging out of the foster system.
The moment we stop is the moment that we fail, so we have to keep going and we have to keep making these changes.
Speaking to one of the 2 bills signed by Youngkin, Williams, an incoming freshman to VCU, says it's a great step, as it will require universities to provide free housing over scheduled breaks to students who've aged out of the foster care system, as they may not have a permanent home to go home to.
It just makes us feel like our schools not only are supporting us, but they know us.
The other bill signed standardizes home studies, which are surveys of houses of prospective foster families, and allows them to be shared among foster agencies. Amanda Bishop has fostered several kids and adopted 2.
Taking out the red tape, it may make it a little bit easier to be able to kind of share the foster parents and let them be able to serve where the need is, no matter what.
As to the problems that remain, Youngkin's special advisor on the issue says they need more foster and adoptive families and to make kinship placements, that is, sending kids to extended families, Plan A.
And then getting kids out of facilities into families, whether that's foster, kinship, or adoptive. That's going to be our focus.
And along with the 2 bills, Governor Youngkin also signed a proclamation recognizing May as National Foster Care Month. In Richmond, Cameron Thompson, CBS 6 News.
As part of our coverage, I talked with a woman who lives in Powhatan. She just recently felt called to become a foster parent and now has 2 children living with her. We spoke about the progress she's seen in these children in such a short amount of time and what she hopes is the next step for her family.
Joy Haynes felt like she was working her life away. The Powhatan woman knew she needed a change, and just this past fall, she decided to become a foster mom. She's already welcomed 3 children into her home. 2 are with her now, a teen girl and a young boy.
It's very new, yeah. And it's been life-changing. It's been wonderful. It's been really also the hardest thing probably I've ever done.
The young boy came to her in November, and despite some challenges at school, Joy says he's thriving at home. He even told his social worker he can't wait to take her last name. Joy is now looking into adoption. She says he's come so far.
He used to not like to be held or touched, only on his terms, and now he wants to sit in my lap. He wants to hold my hand. He wants to cuddle and snuggle.
And she said that is everything.
That's what every kid should have. And, he doesn't, he's never known that, I don't think he knew his mom at all. And I can't even wrap my head around the kids that don't know what it's like to have a mom and a dad love them and take care of them and take care of their basic needs.
Joy is also getting great joy out of the teen girl who's living with her.
I have a teenager. She came to me recently, and she's absolutely wonderful. She's a great student. She's great around the house. She's just a joy to have. She's very introverted, so she's the opposite of the little guy.
There's a great need for foster parents from every type of household: two-parent homes, single foster parents like Joy, and members of the LGBTQ community.
I think people forget that what they have to offer is they don't need to give the child the world. Just a stable, loving family is everything to a kid. And I wish more people would stop and consider it and think about it and think about how they could change a child's life.
No doubt Joy has truly changed the lives of these children in the short time they've been with her. Someone else who's touched the lives of many children is Barry Farmer. We've introduced you to Barry before. He first became a foster parent at just 20 years old, and by 26 years old, he had adopted 3 children. And Barry is someone you know well, Bill, and you recently caught up with him to see how things are going for his family.
I did, Julie. Barry Farmer says fostering then adopting his 3 boys has brought him a sense of family he never knew he could be a part of. And he says as his older boys enter young adulthood now, he can see the impact he's had. Barry tells me as his boys have learned to somewhat take care of themselves, he finds himself spectating more, that is, watching them navigate adulthood. The 21-year-old is now launching a car detailing business. The 19-year-old has graduated from high school, and the 13-year-old is a rising honor roll 8th grader. He says they're proof of the positive, life-changing effects that fostering or adopting into a permanent loving family can have on a child's future. He says you have the power to do that, as you heard Joy say as well a moment ago, even if you can't foster a child right now.
I will tell them if they don't think that they can foster, then there's still opportunity to help them in many ways. You can give them a job, give them an apprenticeship, and I'm speaking more to the older children in adoption who need homes, or those who are aging out of foster care, who will never have that permanent home, but they still need those opportunities to build their own life so they can create their own family. And if they are able to have opportunities, I really feel that if they have opportunities, then they have the ability to create a successful life.
And Barry points out that he got started as a foster parent at a relatively young age, as you heard a moment ago, but that successful foster parents come in all ages, and that older parents might be particularly suited for older children, for example. Julie?
All right. Thank you so much, Bill. Earlier, we told you there are more than 650 kids in Central Virginia living in foster care. Let's dive even deeper to the Virginia Department of Social Services Foster Care Children's Demographic Report and see how you can make an impact. In March of 2023, more than 185 kids in Richmond were living in foster care. In Chesterfield, 95 children. In Henrico, less than 130. In Hanover, nearly 50, and in the Tri-Cities, 70 kids in total. But how many of those are teens? In Richmond, nearly 31% of the kids living in foster care are ages 13 to 17. In Chesterfield, 40%. In Henrico, it's more than 28%, and Hanover more than 41%. But in the Tri-Cities, just over 18.5%. And no matter where you live, you can find information about fostering and adoption on your local social services website. And we have links to all the localities' offices in our viewing area for you in a resource on our website, WTVR.com. You can also reach out to JFS Connecting Hearts by following the website on your screen. There, you'll find a form you can fill out, get your questions answered, and begin the process of changing a child's life forever. And I will leave you with this. Please consider opening your heart and your home to a foster child this Foster Care Awareness Month, and spread the word to make foster care a topic of conversation all year round. In Chesterfield County, I'm Julie Bragg, CBS 6 News. Bill, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Well said and well reported, Julie. Thank you for this very important update on this very important story, something we shall all be talking about. And coming up